Boxing has always been more than just a sport. It's an ancient form of combat, a test of heart, will, and endurance. From gladiators of the past to modern day champions, the ring has remained a stage where the stakes are nothing less than a human life. But as we celebrate the legends, the victories, and the knockouts, there's a side of boxing we often overlook: the toll, the damage, the irreversible cost of being a fighter. Today, we ask the difficult question: how dangerous is boxing, and how does it compare to other physically demanding sports? Let's begin with the football or rugby. Contact is frequent, but it's incidental to the game. In MMA, there are more ways to win: grappling, submissions, wrestling. But in boxing, the head over years of repeated hits, even without a single major concussion. This means a boxer may feel fine while fighting, but the damage is accumulating silently, day after day, punch after punch. Comparing boxing to other sports. Let's now look at how boxing stacks up in terms of injury and danger compared to other high-contact sports. 1. American football. Football players experience subconcussive impacts on nearly every play, but unlike boxers, they wear helmets and full-body protection. The NFL now imposes strict concussion protocols, mandatory medical evaluations, and return-to-play regulations. Still, CTE has become a crisis in the NFL, with hundreds of former players showing signs of it in retirement. Number 2, MMA, mixed martial arts. Surprisingly, studies show that MMA may be less damaging to the brain than boxing. Why? Because fights often end earlier due to submissions or ground-and-pound stoppages. Boxers, on the other hand, are often allowed to continue fighting, even after being knocked down. In MMA, a fight might end in round 1. In boxing, a dazed fighter might be given a standing count, then sent back out for more. 3. Rugby and ice hockey. Both sports involve high-speed collisions, and concussion rates are rising. But they involve more full-body impacts, less targeted head trauma. The kind of consistent, repetitive headshots that boxers take is rare in these games. 4. Soccer. Yes, even soccer has head trauma, mostly from headers and accidental collisions. But the risk of long-term brain damage is significantly lower compared to boxing. Conclusion? No major sport delivers as many intentional strikes to the skull as boxing does, and that's what makes it so uniquely dangerous. 13 to 15 deaths per year worldwide. In 2019 alone, 4 boxers died within 3 months of each other. Maxim Dadashev, Hugo Santillan, Patrick Day, Boris Stanchov, all young, all talented, all gone too soon. These deaths shocked the boxing community. Some called for better medical screening. Others asked if the sport should even exist. But the truth is, boxing has always walked that line between danger and honor. Long-term impact on retired fighters. Many boxers who survive the ring don't escape the consequences. Let's talk about. Fighters know the risks, but they also know what it means to be remembered, to be a world champion, to inspire others, to become immortal through courage. That's why they fight. Not because they don't know the danger, but because they believe the reward is worth it. The future of boxing safety. Now the big question: can boxing be made safer? The sport has come a long way from its bare-knuckle days. We now have mandatory gloves, medical suspensions, CT scans before fights, shorter rounds and fewer total rounds, referee stoppages, ring doctors and paramedics on site. But is it enough? Some experts suggest reducing sparring during training, mandatory brain scans annually, retirement policies after a certain number of knockouts, post-career medical support programs, education for financial and mental health management, because the real goal isn't to end boxing. It's to make sure fighters live beyond boxing. Final thought: boxing is brutal. It's dangerous, but it's also beautiful. It teaches discipline, courage, resilience. It gives people a chance to rise, to be seen, to matter. But we must never ignore its cost. Behind every champion is a body bruised, a brain shaken, and a soul that's paid a heavy price. As fans, as coaches, as fellow humans, we owe it to them to be honest about that price. Because every punch tells a story, and every boxer deserves to write more than just their ending in the ring. This is boxing. This is the truth. And this is why it must be respected, not just for its glory, but for its danger.